I wanted to go through the syllabus just so you had an idea of the expectations of this course. I'm not going to go through everything on the syllabus, just really touching on the key highlights. You can obviously read this in your own time, and you'll need to read through it carefully in order to finish the syllabus quiz this week. So this is Bio 105. This is a completely online course. You do not need to come to campus for anything. You can find my information here about how to contact me, which for most of you guys, it'll be easiest to email me. But if you are on campus, you can visit me in my office in Germantown. The course materials. There is no textbook for this course. If you ever want supplemental materials, please let me know. But most of my information is derived, a lot of it from the EPA website, and a lot of it from various textbooks over the years. But everything you need to know you can find in my lectures. I only test on my lecture material. Obviously, you're on an online course. Please have a computer or at least internet access. You should be checking Blackboard at least once a day. You will be submitting photos and videos in this class, so you need some sort of device that can take both, whether it's a camcorder, a camera, your phone. I don't care the quality of the device. Obviously, the better quality, the better the submission, but you won't get points off for having a poor or low quality device. And then you will need a calculator. I know your computers have a calculator, but I'll tell you right now, it's going to be easier if you have an actual calculator in front of you. It only needs to be for function. We're not going to use any fancy graphing calculators or anything. In this class, you're getting graded on a couple of things. First one are lecture exams. We have 4 units, an exam after each unit, as well as a cumulative final exam. Long story short, you can look this up. If you mess up and forget the exam, something goes wrong, etc., you can't make it up. There are no makeups in this course. However, at the end of the semester, your lowest test grade gets dropped. So even if you get a 0 for a test, that grade will get dropped at the end of the semester. We will have discussion boards nearly every week. If you've taken an online class, you probably hate these. I have tried to take all the suggestions I have from all sorts of people who have taken online courses to make these as good as possible. There's 2 components of the discussion board. One, you're doing some sort of research on something related to the topic that we're talking about each week. The second one is you're going to do some sort of environmental action related to the topics, again, from that week. And then part of your grade is also replying to other students. There's a whole section on Blackboard called Discussions FAQs. Take a look at that. A lot more information on the discussion boards can be found there. You will have a class project at the end of the semester. This class project will, it's essentially I think it's a cool project where you guys get to make a video, anything environmental science related, but with the idea of educating the public and you showing how people can positively affect the environment. Each week, unless there's a test, there will be a review quiz. It'll only be a 5-minute quiz, but there's only going to be 1 or 2 questions on that quiz. You should already look at the lecture materials for that week before taking the review quiz. You're not going to have enough time to really go back into your notes. You can use your notes totally fine, just be sure to have actually reviewed them before taking these quizzes. Here you can find the grading scale. I do give you guys a little bump up. If you do have a 0.5, I do round that up. Lots of information that you see in every syllabus. And then finally is our schedule. Now everything in the syllabus might change a little bit. It shouldn't change too much, but because this is my first time teaching this course online, I might find things work better than others. You, as the student, may also have suggestions that I may incorporate into the course. But for the most part, this is what the idealized course schedule will be, that has the topics as well as the due dates. This is available on Blackboard at all times. Again, if anything changes, you will be told immediately through email, so make sure you're checking your email. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to get in contact with me.